Hi, Jason Harris here, Managing Director and Auctioneer for Scammell Auctions for another fabulous edition of What's at Scammells. Let's go and have a look around.
And done.
Okay, this week's a special one. We've not only got our showcase sale, but a cracking weekly estate sale, followed by the smalls, which have got some fabulous daguerreotypes and photograph albums. But let's have a look at the furniture, starting off with a pair of really nice contemporary chairs, 70s frames. Original upholstery as well, which is really nice, and I love this little special attachment on the back here as well. So these are really nice. I expect these around about $80 to $120 for the pair. Let's move on. Teak table underneath, needs a bit of help, but it's a good shape too. So it's a really nice flowing design. Just needs a really good white back and an oil. This will come up an absolute cracker. Okay, mirrors. This is fantastic. Look at the size. This one beveled as well, which is really nice. So good size mirror, good for a classic room over the top of a mantle, but very good. Let's go. We've got a lot to see this week, Toby. Bit of LED light here as well, bit of old school with a tapestry, nice chair and a stool as well, but this is already done. It's all done by hand. It's fantastic. So again, not maybe current flavour, but these will come back. Very nice cutlery box as well. This is a grand design one, so fill it full of whatever cutlery you like, but really good. Okay, on we go. Flame shade. There we are, a 3-branch flame shade light, and the original flame shades as well. Good piece, this one. Get an electrician to hook it up. One of these again, these sold well last week. This one, beautiful green top design on the smoker's stand. Okay, what else have we got? This one's interesting piece. It's a reproduction, but it's an earlier one, but this is absolutely beautifully carved all the way through. So it's a bookcase and they are solid shelves. But the design through here is absolutely fantastic. So a lot of work's gone into this. I expect this one probably around about $200 to $300. On we go, lots to see. Gramophone. Okay, quite an interesting one now, the Rexanola gramophone. These have been selling really well lately, so this one $200 to $300. Looks like it comes with a stand. The stand's probably not original for the piece. This is what we call a tabletop one, so it'd sit on a table on the sideboard, but lovely piece, in quite good condition for its age. Okay, the bed, don't get these in very often at all. Burr walnut. Veneer reproduction one, around about 1940s or thereabouts, but beautiful design. It looks like it's about a double in size. Interesting Persian tea table as well. There we are, look at the design on that one. There we are. Get the whole design, get a nice kiln. We've got a great kiln coming up. Sit around there with a hooker, a bit of tea, beautiful. Okay, on we go. Set of chairs as well. Nice set of chairs, they look like Casala, set of 10, really nice chairs as well, good solid chairs, put them around a nice pine table, mix and match, don't have to have exactly the same styles and everything, but a great set. Okay, talking about contemporary design, 2 more TV chairs and a really nice table as well. These are still selling very well, but the pick of the bunch so far is the Featherston chair. This one's by Grant Featherston, for those who don't know. This is called the television chair. It's model 210 or B210, circa 1953. And this one has the label underneath as well. Absolutely fantastic. So we don't see many of these anymore. We expect this one maybe $4,000, maybe $5,000. Okay, on we go to another setting. Whip around the other side, Tobes. We've got chrome, 1980s chrome. You don't see much of this anymore. 1980s chrome. This is making its way into the auction. Current design. So we're looking at matching the teak with the chrome. Don't underestimate this. These are absolutely fantastic. So nice glass shelves. Bring back the 80s, macrame, Devo, the whole lot. Anyway, there we are. Nice planet lamp. Not planet lamps. The rocket lamps, or very similar ones, teak base. Again, you're buying a pair, and that's the nice part about this. You're not just buying one, you're actually buying a pair. So look fantastic either side of a big sideboard, but in really good condition. A couple of little breaks here, but otherwise, for its age, really, really good. 3-piece setting. Again, you don't see many of these at all. You see sometimes the chairs and sometimes the sofa, but rare to get a 3-piece setting. So in overall pretty good condition. The frame needs a bit of work, a bit of help just to polish it up, but otherwise in great condition. Carboy, fill it full of matches for those who have given up that smoking's now so passé. Fill it full of anything you like. Make it into an aquarium if you like. Poor fish though, seeing out of green all the time. Over this side, Huon Pine. So Huon Pine chest of drawers. Lovely chest of drawers in this one, has been repolished, but good solid chest, but Huon Pine as well, which is really, really nice. The other thing over this side which we need to see is just the size of this. It's the kiln, so lovely big flat weave kiln, really, really good colours on this one. So you see that it's in excellent condition. The colours, the flat weaves, I quite like the flat weaves. They can mix and match in most designs and homes, but this is a really good piece. But what is nice, it's a big setting, so under a dining table or in a big lounge room, in great condition for its age. That one probably around about $500, maybe $600, just because of its size. Okay, over we go. Lights, you're buying a pair of lights, copper design, almost like pumpkins. These we had a pair of these in a few weeks ago, sold really, really well. We expect these to do quite the same. Okay, the helmet. Oh, what more can you say? Dress ups. Leave it at home in the bedroom or take it out to Rundle Mall. Look at that. I can remember something about the Black Knight and Monty Python. You can do your own skit, but I think this is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Handmade, hand-beaten, like all of us have been, but this is absolutely fantastic piece. Okay, more to see. Look at this, Mobo. So a kid's Mobo horse. What's really nice, still got the original pedals on this one as well. Normally these break off. They shatter reasonably easily, but this is in really, really good condition. I wouldn't repaint it, leave it exactly the way it is. It's probably one of the best condition I've seen for a long time. These days, probably around about $300, I'd expect, followed by the clothesline. Again, really nice piece, and underneath that a plan drawer cabinet as well. So the timber ones are really good, but the metal ones are also coming up in price as well. The only problem with this one, different handles on the base, but hey, doesn't really matter. Okay, on we go. Look at over this side. We've got tools, lots of tools. Set up your own switch box junction for your telephone system. So you've got the kids upstairs, you downstairs, you can call them. These are actually really good. They're just a nice thing to have around the house, polish it up. Fireplace, it was cold last night, around about 7 degrees here in Adelaide, which is probably not as cold as ACT or Tasmania at the moment, but we're certainly lighting the fires. So a lot of fire implements coming out, a lot of tools. Very, very good tractor seat there, the Blackstone, which should sell very, very well. Bit of artwork in the back, obviously an unusual one, that one. It's a self-portrait, not of me, but a self-portrait. Anyway, that's it it's a quick snap of the furniture this week. Let's go and have talk to Adrian and see what he has in the smalls.
Okay, welcome to the gallery, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Adrian. We'll go through, we'll have a browse and see what we've actually got for auction this week. So Monday morning starting at 9 a.m, the gallery runs at the same time as the furniture. We've got a bit of a special on this week. We've got some lovely vintage Neptune tins. These are direct from a country property, haven't been cleaned. They're ready to rock, ready for a good cleaning. Neptune, very hard to find of the petrol advertising, so we've got Neptune and Golden Fleece. That's what they want these days. So some great original condition tins ready for a good clean. So we'll just 1 to 3, Toby. We've got a lovely clock here. Look at that reproduction clock, impress a mother-in-law. If you want to go fishing, we've got fishing rods. We sell all sorts here at Scammells. There is a huge amount. We've got well over 1,000 lots this week. Over to this cabinet here. I'll move these lot numbers. Let's have a browse through here. We've got lovely little reproduction cast iron signs. Great if you can't find the original signs. They're good for just a general decor in the shed. Up to the top here, tin plate toys, oil bottles. We've got all sorts there. Look at this little lighter. That's a little beauty. A Coca-Cola genuine advertising little spaceship atomic age lighter. So quite a nice little table lighter. Bayonet. Again, lovely vintage bayonets, World War II period. Across the top here, we've got a bit of a range of toys. So some lovely vintage toys, some battery operated tin plates. Over to the left hand side here, I'll just slide that cabinet, a little bit loud, but nevertheless, cast ironwares. So we've got lots of cast ironwares again. So we have this on a regular basis, lots of cast iron decorative wares. Telephone, yep, hello, yep, hello. Nobody there, anyway. Okay, onto the second shelf here. Look at that for a port bottle, the Wakefield Castrol port bottle. What a little beauty. Don't see those pop up too often, but that'll be going unreserved. It's here to be sold. Tin plate toys through down here. Look at this, leather workers tools. These are great, some interesting bits and pieces. Vintage yo-yos, always a hot seller here at Scammells. Over to the next cabinet here, Toby. We'll start at the top. Okay, Mickey Mouse lunchbox. Remember as a young fella using one of these. Thought I was a bee's knees at school. Bugle reproduction, lovely reproduction lights as well. Great for the outdoor entertaining area. Down here we've got a door knocker, Kenrick door knocker, cast iron. That's quite a nice one there. That's a back, that's a front. There it is there. Lovely little piece there. Hours of fun with these. We get on a regular basis, lots of handcuffs come through. More lovely cast ironwares through to the padlocks. Down here, Toby, we've got all sorts here. We've got some lovely vintage Speedway memorabilia. Always a good little topic here. Lots of little badges from Speedway as well. To the back, we've got some Holden mirrors. Interesting, great for the pool room. So some interesting bits and pieces in these cabinets. These are the collector's cabinets here. Across the top here, more petrol advertising gear. So we've got Shell, Castrol. So some interesting bits and pieces. Down to this second cabinet here, more V8 supercar toys, tin plate toys. So there's all sorts in this cabinet. We've even got down here we've got some panels for the petrol Bowsers, so the old Wayne petrol Bowsers there, quite interesting. Oh, have a look at this. We've got all sorts of artworks this week. Absolutely, guitars here. We've got some lovely jackets. Look at those fur jackets. Have a look at these. These would be great for the mother-in-law. These are lovely little handbags. They're beautiful. If you like the industrial look, we've got Pepsi and sugar. These used to be brick moulds. So if you have a look inside, they've got the brick mould stamp in there. So nice, upcycled. This one here you don't see too often. Lovely early butter churn. So that is the Blow butter churn. Good original one there in good condition as well. Through these shelves here, you'll see all sorts of things from tins through to toys, through to cutlery, books. We've got hats. Have a look at these. That's a beauty. I think it suits me, hey? What do you think? Okay, so we've got all sorts of hats. More toys down the bottom. Lodge regalia, so Lodge memorabilia. Even the Commodore 64, they're making a comeback. They're quite sought after these days. Any of you into SANFL, there's a lot of SANFL budget stickers, all sorts of little collectibles here. Clocks, Invisible Human. Oh, look at that, the Invisible Man. Again, at the top here, Toby, we've got more petrol advertising, so Mobil Grease and Pennant Kerosene, quite an interesting lot. Ranger bass guitar, so the budding guitarist. Look straight to run them all, you make your money back in minutes if you're only good at that. Over to the cabinet here, we've got all sorts of lovely pottery. We've got pottery ranging from this little Boyd, lovely Boyd goblet, through to the Remude. That has been repaired, but a lovely piece, just to see a stick handle or a twig handle, as they call it. Wembley ware, we've got Ladro, we've got some lovely pieces in here. Down to the 19th century China wares, through to lovely paperweights. Have a look at those, the Millefiori paperweights. Adelaide Pottery Works, dog and a sample brick. Down here, look at these tools. These are lovely vintage tools. So early 20th century, late 19th, early 20th century. Some lovely cutting tools. Have a look at this down here. What a little beauty. It's a little pre-record players, so that's a nice little thing in working order as well. Over to here, we've got the piano accordion, so squeeze box, quite a good sought after thing. Violins, we've got a few violins this week, which are good to see. We'll scan right to the top. Have a look at this crystal set. What an absolute ripper. We've used, here he is. This is actually Toby, so he's running around headless at the moment. This is a fantastic vintage crystal set, so pre-radio, really good thing. Over to this cabinet here, we have all sorts of things from vintage bottles through to steeple clock. We've got pipes. Down here we've got some lovely original Aboriginal artefacts. Have a look at these. So hand painted, good original pieces, lovely stone cut boomerang, that's quite a good thing as well. Some other bits and pieces at the back, more violins, musical instruments. Oh, speaking of violins, here's Simon the dealer. Oh, there he is. He's a hard man to catch up with. He's playing with his violin right now. That violin will be sold at auction on Monday morning as well. If you'd like a photo of Simon with the violin, we can organise that too.
The batteries are flat.
The batteries are flat, he said. There we go. Okay, over to this side here, we've got electric guitar. So again, for the budding artist, a musician. Look at this, a Jaws poster. There's all sorts of posters in that lot. Lovely barometer that's coming under the hammer as well. Look in here, we've got some Worcester through to the Falcon ware, through to Chinese and Oriental pottery wares. There's all sorts in here. We've got bronzes down here. Yep, I can't do that, but nevertheless, there's all sorts of, yes, thank you, Toby. Okay, all sorts of goodies in there. Lovely candelabra. Have a look at the size of this. That's a beauty. Lovely silver plate, early 20th century. Quite a nice piece. So we've got all sorts of things in here, including petrol advertising, little advertising badges here. There's all sorts. There's some military photos. So these will be going under the hammer unreserved there to be sold. Some depression glass. If you're into depression glass, have a look at this. A little float bowl in the amber glass. Quite a nice looking thing with the fish decoration. This is a beauty. Have a look at that. What a lovely bowl. If you want to make a statement with a fruit bowl, this is the fruit bowl to do it. Across the top here, we've got some lovely Oriental wares. Again, as mentioned earlier, we do have some nice Oriental wares through to the figures here, including Royal Dalton as well. So some lovely bits and pieces. Head over here, Aladdin lamp. Look at that for a great Aladdin lamp in beautiful condition. Have a look at that. That's ready to go. Wood planes and tools. Now this plane at the back here, we'll just have a look at that. This is a bit of a learning curve. That's it's a number 4.5C. You can see the corrugated base. Quite a sought after little wood plane, so that's quite a nice one. It has actually been repaired, but quite hard to find. Pewter wares, electroplated wares. We've got a bird section here. This is lovely. So the guys have really got into this and done a great display for the vendors. You can see the bird, the original paintings through to the pheasant who's sitting on the log. Look, he's cheap to feed. You don't have to feed him too much every day. So over here we've got all sorts of things through from Ivy Middleton. Lovely watercolour, quite a nice piece. Through to the Peter Snellgar. Now Peter Snellgar, local artist, quite a lovely painting this one here. Good watercolour. Over to here we've got the Independent Order of Recombites. These are quite nice. They're a great decorator item in the oak frame, so good original oak frame there. Steel plate engravings through to oil paintings, prints, pictures. Look, back a winner. We've got some horse racing here as well, so horse racing photographs. These are lovely, so good original horse racing photographs. What we'll do, Topes, we'll head over to the jewellery cabinet and the collector's area in the centre, and we'll have a bit of a browse through there as well. Okay, into the jewellery cabinet, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all sorts of things from watches through to rings, jewellery, bracelets, necklaces, all sorts of things. Across the top here, we'll start at the back there. There's a lovely Omega 9-carat gold gents watch. Lovely watch, that one there. We've got some earrings in the front, vintage pens, lots of rings in here. Look at this decorative jewellery. If you're looking for a present for somebody special, we've probably got it here. If we don't have it this week, there'll definitely be something next week. It's usually the way with auction. So lovely watches through to fob watches, gents wristwatches, necklaces, more watches on the second shelf here, so some lovely vintage watches again, through to badges, through to vintage pens, so fountain pens are quite a sought after item, sterling silverwares. Have a look at the travel clock down the bottom here, Toby. That's a lovely travel clock in its original case as well, so that's quite a nice piece. Sterling silver mounted caster shaker at the back, including the sterling candlesticks as well. Some more lovely jewellery, the jewellery down the base here, so all sorts of bits and pieces from gold plate through to silver. So some lovely bits. Now we'll just wander through this little horseshoe section through here. We'll have a bit of a browse. We've got crystal wares, we've got oriental wares, silver plate, lots of silver plate. Oh, have a look at this, a lovely tea set for you for the people who like the high tea. Lovely 6-person setting ready to go, cup saucers. Down here we've got the vanity sets, green glasswares, lots of little collectibles. Across into this cabinet, have a look at these for retro saucepans. These are fantastic. Some vintage retro saucepans. So some lovely bits and pieces. Oh, there's Simon the dealer again. Hello, Simon the dealer. Changes his hats like he changes his socks. Lots of watches down here as well. So watches and table clocks as well. Over to this side now, we've got a little bit of a petrol special down the bottom here. We've got Golden Fleece, Texaco, Amoco. There's lots of little matchbox or matchbooks, swizzle sticks. Those of you into making cocktails and you like a swizzle stick, we've got hundreds of them there. So again, more militaria. Up to the top here, we've got cup, saucer and plate sets, always popular. We'll go right to the top here, have a look at that. 1920s reproduction, or more modern reproduction of a 1920s delivery van. Lovely little piece, scratch built. Taxidermy, more taxidermy. We get taxidermy on a weekly basis usually. So those of you who've lost your marbles, well look, I think we found them this week. Here they are here. I lost mine a long time ago. Cuckoo clock, fish knives. Across here we've got coins, we've got all sorts, shells, coins, silver plate wares. through to watches, badges. Over to this side here, we've got the Birmingham Mint sterling silver spoons. Have a look at these. I'll just get these paperwork out the road. There we go. Have a look at those. They are lovely. In the case as well, ready to go. You could use them and impress your friends. More silverwares, lots of little slides. These little slides for magic lanterns, quite a good little thing. More yo-yos down the bottom, so they're a good little thing as well. Now there is a special clock that we've got here this week. I'll show you this clock before we go, and then we'll just wrap it up. Okay, we've got a lovely freestanding long case clock here, ladies and gentlemen. Very contemporary design, nice vintage piece. Haven't worked out the maker. It seems to be stamped like a German maker at the back. We'll try to get some more details on that. It is very microscopic, hard to see, but a lovely clock, timber cased with the chrome rails, very contemporary for the contemporary decor. If you're looking for a special clock, look, we have not sold one of these for a long time, so these are actually quite a sought after item. Should do quite well at auction. So look, auction is on Monday morning, starting at 9 a.m. We run the smalls and the furniture at the same time. We'd love to see you here. Catalogue's up on a Friday evening at around about 7 o'clock. So you'll get a full photograph catalogue online, www.scammells.com.au.